Namaste students, how are you? I hope you all are safe at home. Myself, I am Srikantam, physics teacher. Today, I am before you to start new physics lesson, that is chapter 11, force and pressure. Chapter 11, force and pressure. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about what is force, identifying the forces as a pull or a push, forces due to an interaction, and exploring the forces. And pressure concern, what is pressure, pressure exerted by the fluids, and atmospheric pressure. These are the total concepts in this lesson. But in this present video, I am going to discuss a small part in it, that is force. About force you are going to learn in this. So pay attention and listen.
Let's start our present lesson, force and pressure, part 1. At the end of this part 1 video, you can able to define what is force, identify the forces as a pull or push, force are due to an interaction, and exploring the forces. These are the objectives for this video. Whenever we are going to discuss about the force, generally we will recall our past actions. Such type of actions I listed here. Have a look once. How does a goalkeeper stop a ball? How a hockey player changes the direction of a moving ball? How do fielders stop a ball hit by a batsman? Are you trying to recall these experiences? You no need to worry. I bought a small video for you. Watch this video and observe what the goalkeeper did. If you observe, here the goalkeeper has changed the direction and the motion of a ball. Similarly, observe what this hockey player is doing. Here, hockey player is changing the direction of the ball and its motion too. And here, our Dhoni has taken a catch, isn't it? In all these examples, if you observe, they changed the direction or a motion of a object. You can say that in all these examples, the ball is made to move faster or slower, or the direction of a motion is changed. Whenever we are going to describe the force, generally we will use some action words like this: picking, opening, shutting, kicking, hitting, lifting, pushing and pulling. Like these action words we will use to describe the force. Children, can you suggest any one or two words which can replace these actions? Is it possible? Is there any words like that? Let's see these examples and give me your answer. In the first picture, the person is kicking the ball, isn't it? Kicking in the sense of pushing. In the second picture, he is stopping the ball. Here also pushing. And in third picture, the person is changing the direction of the ball or direction of the motion. So here hitting is also involved in the pushing. You see, in the fourth one, here someone is opening the door, opening in the sense of pushing, and throwing the ball also pushing. And here a girl is lifting the bag, lifting in the sense of pull, and here someone is pushing the table and someone is lifting or pulling up, that means pulling. And the last one, you can see both pull and push are involved. Look at these pictures and give me your answer now. Can you suggest now what those two words? Yes, those two words are pull and push. Those two words are pull and push. So you can define the force like this now. Force is a pull or a push. Force is a pull or a push. This is one more activity to identify the actions as a pull or a push. Here in the second column, he described the situations, and here he used some action words. These action words you need to group under a push or a pull. Now see the first example. In the first example, moving a book placed on a table. So how can you move a book which is on the table? So you can push the book, or you can pull it, or you can lift. In these ways you can move a book. Yes or no? That's why this you can group under push and pull also. And see the second example. The second example, opening or shutting a door. Opening the door in the sense of pushing the door, and shutting in the sense of pulling, isn't it? So this pushing and pulling. Good. And see the third example, drawing a bucket of water from a well. So that means you need to pull it out, yes or no? So drawing a bucket of water from the well, you need the meaning you need to pull the bucket. So here you can mark under the pulling. Like this, few more examples are given to you. You need to practice. Look at the situation. The person is just behind the car and the car is at rest. He just stood behind. Now he is going to apply the force, and you can see that he is pushing the car and the car is moving towards in the direction of applied force. So when the person is applying the force, it is moving towards the direction of the force. Now see the second situation. Here girls are applying the force on each other in the way of push and pull. In a particular one situation, these two girls are pushing each other. In the second situation, those two are pulling each other. Now see the third situation. A person is pulling the cow towards him and the cow is too pulling the person. In this situation, both are applying the force towards their direction, isn't it? You can see the direction also. Both are pulling each other. By observing these all examples, you can say that 2 points you can identify. To apply the force, minimum 2 objects are required, and there should be an interaction. So you can conclude forces are due to an interaction. Exploring the forces, we will try to learn few more points about the force. Look at this picture. Here is Mr. Sam applying F1 amount of force on a heavy object. He would like to move that object. He is applying the force. He is pushing the object, but it's not at all moving. Now his friend Peter came to help him, and he is going to apply the force F2. Now see what is the total force acting on the object. That is equals to the sum of the two forces, F1 plus F2, and the object is also moving towards the applied force direction. What happens if both are applying the force in opposite directions? Look at the object. Object is moving towards the Sam. That means the force applied by the Peter F2 is greater than the force applied by the Sam F1. And in the condition of tug of war also, both the teams pull each other. Yes, in opposite directions in this case also. Both the teams apply the force in opposite directions. By all these examples, you can conclude these points. If the forces are applied on an object in the same direction, then the total force is equals to sum of the forces F1 plus F2. If the forces are acting on the same object in opposite directions, then the total force on the object is equal to the difference of the forces F2 minus F1.
So forces applied on an object in the same direction add to one another. So net force F equals to F1 plus F2. The two forces at the opposite directions on an object, the net force acting on it is a difference between the two forces. So net force F equals to F1 minus F2. We will see the examples here. In this example, you can see two forces. Both the forces are acting in the same direction. So let F1 and F2 are acting in the same direction. That's why you need to add these two forces. So F equals to F1 plus F2. The total net force on the object is 10 newtons. If the forces are acting in opposite directions, let's see this example. So 5 newtons is acting towards F1, take it as a towards right, that is a F1, and 3 newtons is acting towards left, take it as F2 force. Now net force acting on the object is equals to difference of these two forces F1 minus F2, that equals to 5 minus 3, 2 newtons. What happens if the forces acting on the object is equal in magnitude and in opposite direction. Generally, the strength of a force will express by its magnitude. So, in this example, you can see the forces acting on the object in opposite directions in both the examples. In this case, the net force is 0. The net force is 0. In both the cases, forces are acting in opposite direction to each other. One is pushing condition and the one is pulling condition. But in both the cases, the total force or the net force acting on the object is 0. The net force on an object is 0 if the two forces acting on it is opposite directions are equal. So we will see one example for this also. You can see in this example two forces, each of 5 newtons, acting in opposite directions on an object. So the total force acting on it is F1 minus F2, that is 5 minus 5.
Till now, we discussed these points. Force is a pull or a push. Force are due to an interaction and exploring the forces. These are the points we learned under the part 1. In the next video, that is force and pressure part 2, we are going to learn these points. Effects of force, types of forces, that means contact force and non-contact force. Okay, I hope you all are enjoyed this video. Thank you.